Guys, welcome back to my channel. This will be video number 2, which is day 23. I'm going to be doing dip manicure for this. It is a challenge of growing my natural nails. Today is July 1st that I am actually recording this video. I will post it up a few days later. So I did have a clip previously showing you the difference from day 1 to day 23. I don't know what happened. It didn't transfer. It said it couldn't open the file. It was a whole big thing. I was not even going to post this at, I thought about it and then I was like, no, this is a waste of the rest of the video. The good thing is that as you see me move on to the next finger and the next one, you see the growth of the nail. You can actually see how much it has grown. I know my nails look really short and they look like there's no growth at all. But for myself, who is a nail biter, this is a big thing. It's a big deal. That is why I always constantly have products or things on my nails. And that is why I began, one of the main reasons why I began being a nail tech is because I am a nail biter and I always had to go and get my nails done and I wanted to save money and try to do it at home and learn, and I ended up loving it. So right there, hopefully you guys can see every single nail, the growth. It is a big growth for me personally, for someone who takes a while to grow their nails, because I never really allow them to grow. The job I have right now, I cannot have long nails, I cannot have artificial nails on, so I really want to do dip. I feel like dip would be better for me. Gel was really nice. It felt like I didn't have anything on my hands, hard gel, but it wasn't as strong. I needed something that was harder, stronger, that doesn't have as much flexibility, so that when I touch my nails with my teeth, I feel something there and I don't have any desire to bite it, or I don't have any desire to pick at it with my other fingernails. So it makes it easier for me personally. So I'm going to do dip, and it's going to be just clear dip. So I'm going to go through all these fingers and I am just going to gently file down as much as I can without damaging my natural nail. Even though there'll be a little layer left over, that's totally fine. And then I will go in with the file and I will gently just file off any more gel product that is on top of the nail. This is hard gel, so I cannot soak this off, so I did have to file it down. Now I did decide to do, like I said, dip. It is going to go on clear, so it's going to be really nice for my nails. It is going to look very natural. I'm going to go with very thin layers. You can always add gel polish, regular polish on top, especially if you really change your polish color. I definitely recommend regular polish so that you can just use acetone to remove it. But I did realize that I do zone out a little bit when I'm doing these nails, because it's just so relaxing just to file down and take my time while I'm watching something and doing things like that. So you'll just see me, like I said, I'm going to be removing this, filing the nails, shaping them back into place, and I will get into prepping the nail for the next step. I'm going to go in with my straight cuticle pusher. I have this in my Etsy shop. If you're interested, I will list my Etsy shop down below. I have a lot of nail products, press-ons, nail tools, and other nail accessories, glitters, and things like that. I love using a straight pusher. I feel like it works best to remove any product, any cuticle, any debris, anything on the nail. It really helps clean it out and push back that cuticle so that it has a nice clean surface before applying the product. And then after that, you will see me use my medium grit diamond micro taper bits, and I do have that in my shop as well. I love this one when I do fresh nail sets. It's a beautiful, beautiful bit that really cleans the nail very gently, and if used properly, it truly makes your life so much easier and better for the customer. I also have, for those of you that are not used to using something a little bit too pointy, my diamond safety bit. It is an amazing bit, and it's also a medium, and it's also in my Etsy shop. That one is a little bit more round top. I personally use that one when I do fills because it's a little bit shorter and it's rounder. So for me, it works best when I do fills, any type of fills, acrylic or anything like that. When I'm gonna do a fill set and I need to prep the nail, that's what I use to clean the cuticle area. And I do use the one I'm using here for when I start fresh on my nails. It really works great. I have them for a great price, $4. All you do is pay for shipping. I do have my pusher, as well as I have a curved one for safety for those that are not comfortable using a straight cuticle pusher. Those are also $4 on my Etsy shop, and the shipping is just a one-time shipping. So if you want to order multiple items, you just pay the shipping for one purchase basically, and you can order as many items. But yeah, I wanted to give a shout out to my Etsy shop. It's been a while since I've done a shout out, but here you're gonna see how amazing it works, how easy it is to work with it, and how clean it really leaves the nail plate, and it doesn't damage the skin. It works just wonderful. For me personally, it makes my job a lot easier. I normally don't use these when I do regular manicures or gel manicures, but on myself, my cuticles are really dry and very bad. And like I said, I don't really take care of my cuticles as much as I should. So that is why I definitely use my bits to make it a lot easier for me. Next, I'm going to be using my little bits that I love. This is from Y.E D. I forgot the name. I had it in my head, and as soon as I press record, it just went out of my head. But I will try my best to have it listed down below for you guys. I've talked about this previously on a lot of my videos. It is amazing. It works great for my cuticles because I really don't have the best cuticles. I don't put cuticle on every day like I should, and like I tell all my customers too. I literally tell all my customers, what do I say customers? All my clients, I'm on them about using cuticle oil 2 times a day. I've given them cuticle oils. Oh my God, I've offered so many options, yet I need to stick to that too because I work hard with my hands and I constantly wash my hands, constantly use sanitizer at work, nonstop, kid you not, 30 plus times a day. So I know that I can do better by putting cuticle oil on, but knowing that I have this to help me clean is really awesome. So if you're interested, it is from Y.E.D, and I just clean off everything, buff all hangnails, clean off the cuticle, any dry skin around my nails as well. after that, I buffed my nails, and this is how they came out. I do see a big difference compared to the first video that I made. 23 days seems like they would grow a lot longer, but for me personally, this is progress, and I'm very happy for it. So now I'm going to use Young Nails Clear. Young Nails is my favorite, whether I use it with monomer or dip. It's just really great, strong, and really holds very well. And I'm using this pipette. This is a little tube that I use to suck in the powder and push it out. And I'm using the base coat from igelbeauty. I love this base coat. Okay, so basically dip base coat is just nail glue. Okay, if you look at the ingredients, it's just nail glue, guys. But this one's particularly, I haven't worked with a nail glue that takes this long for it to dry. I know it sounds like a bad thing, but it's not for dip, because it gives you time to move it around, to really apply it, to make sure it's nice and fully applied on the whole nail bed, and it just works so smoothly. So as you see me here, I don't do the complete nail. I do like 3/4 of the nail up, because I want to build a little bit of strength, and I don't want it too bulky on my free edge, and I don't want it too bulky on my cuticle area. So I'm building towards the center. The longer my nails grow and the longer we stay on this process, and I will really try my best to keep it at dip nails, dip manicure, hopefully. But when they are long, you'll see that I change my method and how I apply dip. I have previous dip videos if you're interested in those, when I have really long nails or when I use nail tips, because it is all about structure, and you want to build a nice structure for dip. So if you hit the end of the table, or somebody hits your nail, I don't know, something happens to your nail, it doesn't break. You want to have that structure and stability on the nail bed to have a nice center body for your nails. So I am going 3/4 of the way up, not necessarily halfway, a little bit more than halfway, and I'm doing one thin layer of the glue. Then I go in there with my pipette and I suck in all the powder, and I hope I'm saying the name right of that. And I suck in all the powder, and then I just apply it on top. And I apply it sometimes 2 or 3 times on there, because the nail glue is still wet, so I want to make sure that every single part of the glue has held on to some of the powder. Even though it's in the process of drying, it still can hold on to some of the powder. And you also want to clean off the sides. I love that it gives me time to clean off any glue that's on the sides of my nails, on the skin. That's why I'm saying it's very, very soothing, very creamy. Not soothing, I don't know where that word came from, but it's very creamy. It gives me time to clean off the sides without my fingers sticking together and drying up really fast. And this is on real time, so this is how fast I'm doing it, and it's not that fast, so it really gives me time. I really recommend this base for beginners. It's really nice and very affordable, you guys. I bought the little container as well as the refill bottle, the huge refill bottle. After about 30 seconds or so, I start removing any excess powder, and this specific brush is one I use for dip, as well as I have 2 other powders that I use, one for colors and one for glitters. I never mix them. I try to keep the glitters with the glitters, the color with the color, and the clear one, which is this one, as clear. And whenever I do mix them, I fully clean my brushes with that makeup brush cleaner you can buy at the dollar store. You just put it in there, removes all the powder, and then I wash them and I let them dry overnight. So it completely removes the powder, and it completely cleans off the brush so that you can continuously be using it for dip powder. And then after this, I'm going to go just a little bit above with the same glue, and it's just a tiny bit. I'm still not close to the cuticle, because like I said, I'm trying to build structure without having a bulky cuticle area. And I just brush it on. I even have a chance to go back into the bottle and grab more glue and clean off some glue from the brush, and the brush is not dried or nasty. I do love it. Now I will say, just like any other glue, you do have to put a little bit of cuticle oil on the rim, so that when you seal it, you're able to easily open it, because it is glue overall. So with time, it is going to probably get stuck, and it's a pain. But if it does get stuck, I highly recommend you get a bowl, put some hot water, boiling water preferably, like if you have a tea kettle or something. Put the bottle in there for a good 5-10 minutes, and then remove it. Let it cool off a little bit before you open it, and it opens right up. Like, you have no issues opening it right up. And then put cuticle oil on the rim, close it up, open it a few times, put more cuticle oil, close it up, open it a few times, and it works like a charm. So I will do this to all the nails, put the glue just a little bit above where you began, and apply the powder, let it dry for about 30 to 40 seconds, and then use the brush to remove it. And then for the third layer, you'll see that I go straight into as close as possible to the cuticle. And this is where you want to be very careful not to touch the cuticle, because there will be lifting with dip. And a lot of people have problems with lifting with dip because they touch the skin, the cuticle, or the side without cleaning it off. After the second layer, I personally love to use, this is called a solidifier, but this is just an activator. It is an activator for dip. It is what helps dry and harden the dip with the glue so that the glue can be completely dry and it's not gummy or squishy or weird or not fully, cured inside, so that it's strong for the next layers. When you work with dip and you work with layers, you want to make sure that you use this every 2 to 3 layers, and you want to make sure that your layers are very thin of the glue. If they are thick, then I recommend you doing the solidifier in between every layer, because the biggest issue that people do have, other than working in general with dip, it is that inside of the dip it's still gummy. Like, I can't explain specifics, but it's like gummy, it's softer, it's not fully hardened, or it's very clumpy, and that is because the glue did not fully dry and harden. So then you're just adding on layers to that, and then it becomes clumpy, and it's not hard, and it just becomes a hot mess. So I definitely recommend doing that. I use very thin layers, so I only used it on the second layer. So then I'm going to do it in between that, and then when I'm done with the third layer, I will apply it again on the top. And this is for the activator, which, like I said, every brand calls every base and everything different. So what's normally called, it is the activator. So if you Google activator for nails, you'll see on Sally's Beauty Supply, on Amazon, anywhere where they sell them. You can buy a kit. I know that igelbeauty does have their own kit or their own things. They're really inexpensive, you guys. I definitely recommend, if you want to do more dip things, definitely recommend their base. They have like a specific number for everything, like their base is number 3 or whatever it is. They have their own products. I already have a ton of activators, so I did not purchase their activator, but if you haven't, you definitely should, so that way you have similar brands or the same brand in your own little kit. And like you're seeing me here, I just get really close to the cuticle and I do the last thin layer. And this is going to be the last layer to complete the look, because I want it as thin and natural as possible. If you are applying gel polish, since gel polish is not as thin as normal gel polish, then I recommend you definitely put it after this layer. I would not add another dip layer because it just becomes bulkier and thicker, and gel is also thick, and then you'll have a big bulky short nail and you don't want that. So I stopped here because I can definitely apply just gel polish, regular polish whenever I'm out and about, and then take it off before work. So it makes a lot of sense to just do a natural nail where you can't really tell I have something on. But I hope it's as easy as I'm explaining to you guys, and I hope you can get an idea by watching and seeing exactly what I'm doing, and you can do it at home. It's super easy. I feel like it's, if you can polish your nails, you can do this. And I recommend using the pipette instead of dipping your finger in powder, because when you dip it, you do move the glue as you're dipping, and that's how sometimes you get bumps and it becomes bulky and bulgy. And when you do the powder, it falls so flawless and nicely that it just goes on evenly, so that you don't have any bumps or bulkiness. I can't explain it, but like, it just makes the nail work so much smoother and easier, so you have like literally no filing to do, just cleaning up the cuticle area and the sidewalls to make sure you remove anything that will, help you with no lifting. Like, you want no lifting, so you want to make sure that you remove anything that can cause lifting. So I cleaned it off, and like I said, I will be putting on the activator. I am very generous with the activator because I want to make sure it penetrates all the way down, it fully hardens and crystallizes so that it's ready to do its thing. It feels like if I had acrylic, but so much less acrylic than you normally have when you have nails. Like, it's as hard as acrylic, it just feels a lot more natural, which I really do love. Now I'm going to use my bit that I use to normally clean, and I will clean off anything on the sidewalls, like I said, by my cuticle area. And I'm going very slow speed, and I'm taking my time. That's why it looks like I'm going over and over. But I always lift my cuticle bits, any bits. I always lift my bits. I never leave them on the nail and rock them back and forth. Always lift them. That's why it looks like I'm going a lot harder and faster. But that is simply because I'm doing a one stroke. So I have to move faster to be able to get more taken out instead of rocking back and forth, getting it done faster. But I prefer this way to be safer. Oh my god, what am I doing today in this video? To be safer and not get any heat or damage to my nail as well. After buffing and filing my nails, I am ready for my cuticle oil. I will be using my cuticle oil from my Etsy shop. I love this cuticle oil. It is a tropical pineapple. It's amazing. It smells like a vacation. I let it fully get absorbed in my nails, and then I show you the final look. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you like this video. Stay on my journey for this challenge. I really can't wait to see how long I can last for this challenge, how far I can go. And if you are doing this yourself, let me know down below. Let me know what day you're on and how it's going, if it's helping, what kind of techniques you're doing, what products you're using to keep them long lasting for as long as you possibly can. Let me know down below in the comments. See you guys on my next video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Thank you guys. See you on my next one.